And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.
Man, welcome back to another episode of Didi Got a Podcast. And of course, I'm your host, Didi. Listen, just like yesterday, I did not plan on making this video originally. I have a live scheduled literally in 2 hours to talk about the history of Freemasonry, the music industry, how it connects to politics and all of this, etc., etc. But we got to talk about this. There's a clip that's trending right now that just surfaced of Candace Owens speaking really freely about what she really believes happened to Charlie Kirk. And if I had to guess, I would guess that this clip is probably from her website, because it just seems as if she's just speaking to her Patreons, right? The people that pay to see her behind the paywall. And this clip is crazy. I'm going to be honest. It's one of those clips of what many of us are already thinking. And Candace Owens is saying it out loud, right? Not only am I going to play that clip for you all, but I'm also going to allow you all to see a clip of what Charlie Kirk's chief of staff, what he did immediately after Charlie Kirk was pow-powed, that I guarantee you most of us overlooked when it first happened. We've already broken down on several different videos on this channel all the weird behavior from that day from TPUSA members down to young people, right? It was young people that behaved very strangely immediately after he was pow-powed. They all went to their coordinated spots. They were recording in different directions. None of them seemed shocked. None of them seemed frantic. None of them seemed to be concerned about a live actor mass pow-power. None of that. Well, now I'm about to show you all what Charlie Kirk's chief of staff, his name is Mikey McCoy. I'm going to show you what he did, which is even more bizarre. And to me, this clip alone is going to put to rest anybody out there that's saying there's no reason to be suspicious of TPUSA members. After you see this clip, the only reason you would be saying that is because you're compromised. But not only that, I'm going to then play a clip from Mikey McCoy, who is Charlie Kirk, chief of staff. We're going to play a clip from his father, Rob McCoy, who is a quote-unquote pastor, what he had to say about many of us out here that have been suspicious about so many things that's been happening, calling us all anti-Semitic and anti-Semites, responding to those of us out here who are asking sensible, logical questions such as, did you all scour the roofs? Why did you not look at the rooftops? Did you all work in partnership with the campus police? He says that he doesn't know the answer to that, but I found the answer. We finally found an explanation from someone who was on the ground and had people on the ground on campus about what really happened between TPUSA's security detail and the campus police and what they told them the same day all of this took place. And it's going to blow your mind. Before we go over to the Candace clip, just hit that like button on your way in if you do not mind. I would really appreciate it. Now let's get into Candace's clip.
And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on the nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
Now, you have people out there that are saying that, hey, look, Candace Owens is accusing the Trump administration. I will be honest. It does appear that she is blaming or placing fault on the Trump administration. But it doesn't seem like that's the only people she's blaming or placing fault on. It seems to me that she is putting them in the same category with people from that foreign country. I do believe that she's placing them in the same category. For you to look at this and say that she's only saying that the Trump administration may have played a hand or may have not handled this correctly, while ignoring all the other signs and good reason to believe that a foreign government or a foreign entity, right, a governmental entity may not have played a role as well, is just completely disingenuous. And even if she's not directly accusing Donald Trump, like I can see that angle as well, where she's not directly accusing Trump of doing it. But even if that's the case, I definitely feel where Candace is coming from, because just 2 days after everything happened with Charlie Kirk, remember, Donald Trump was asked on the White House lawn, how was he holding up after his close friend was just taken out? And Donald Trump responded in the most ridiculous fashion and said, actually, I'm doing pretty well. And he said, he just pointed, he's like, as a matter of fact, we're building this beautiful ballroom over here that we've been trying to get built for the last 150 years. Bro, what?
My condolences to you, sir. My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty. It'll be an absolutely magnificent structure.
But I also want to say, as I look at Candace Owens in this clip with no makeup, you know, speaking freely, no script, it seems to me that for those of us out here who feel like Candace Owens is controlled opposition when it comes to certain things, again, I'm still trying to figure out Candace Owens' role in all of this, because it has been suspicious that she will not say Erica Kirk's name. As I've said before, I think it's just a matter of time before she does it. But I would have thought that she would have done it already, honestly speaking, you know, but it's taken her a while to get there. But then things get even more crazy, because there's a guy by the name of Mikey McCoy, who was Charlie Kirk's chief of staff, who actually recorded Charlie Kirk on his way to the event. He was in the car with Mikey McCoy, sitting in the back. I mean, he was in the car with Charlie Kirk, sitting in the back seat as they pulled up to the event. Charlie Kirk seemed excited to see all of the, you know, the huge turnout. And we can clearly see from still frames from this video that it's 100% Mikey McCoy that's recording in the back seat. Well, then we go to the event itself, the incident itself, when everything took place. And immediately after Charlie Kirk was pow-powed, Mikey McCoy does not panic. He is not frantic. He's not even horrified. He doesn't seem any of that. Just like all these other people that we talked about who were in the area behind the tent back there where the Wagoneers and the SUVs were, everyone seemed to almost know where to go, including the guy who took the SD card out of the camera. He took off running and then jumped up on the levee right beside the bridge and just started filming. Well, Mikey McCoy, I want you to take a look at what he did right after everything happened. Take a look. Not only does this guy not seem frantic, does not seem horrified, does not seem surprised, he seems completely disinterested. He doesn't even seem like he needs any information on the status of Charlie Kirk. What happened to Charlie Kirk? Is Charlie Kirk okay? What does he need to help with? Where does he need to go? Has the shooter been apprehended? No. He seems to actually know where to go, what to do, and how does it not get any more suspicious than that? As we can see him on camera literally walking away. What in the world? These are the same people folks are saying there's nothing to see here. They're not suspicious at all. Down to the young people. As I talked about, there was this white girl, looked like she was no older than maybe 20, 21, in a MAGA hat. As soon as Charlie Kirk was pow-powed, she was standing towards the front, close to the microphone. As soon as he was pow-powed, she turned around. She didn't seem frantic. She didn't seem surprised. She didn't seem caught off guard. She didn't seem horrified. She turned around and almost seemed to be smirking, and she walked away calmly. What in the world? Well, Mikey McCoy has a father, and his name is Rob McCoy. You know, Rob McCoy is the same so-called pastor who was in the group chat with Charlie Kirk and that other crazy dude named Josh Hammer. Pastor McCoy was in the group chat when Charlie Kirk sent these text messages stating that his Jayish donors are buying into all the stereotypes, and that they're leaving him no other choice but to leave the pro-foreign nation cause. Pastor McCoy knew that Charlie Kirk had said this, kept it a secret, said nothing, pretended like it wasn't true, even though Charlie Kirk had already come out and was publicly saying these things. But then they had to eat their words after Candace Owens revealed this. Well, Pastor McCoy, actually, this was a while ago, but he had some words for those of us that was questioning things and calling us anti-Semites, and he shared this in his church. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
With this conspiracy, get over yourself. Dan is a believer. I love that man. Why didn't he check the roof? I don't know. I do know that they do. I know they have a limited detail. President Trump was shot. Kennedy was shot. RFK was shot. Where were they? There's some things, no matter how hard you try, and especially with Turning Point growing exponentially and trying to figure out the dimensions of what to do. And how are they supposed to get on a roof when the campus police have the keys to all that? Just calm down. And I'm sorry, what's the latest one for all you anti-Semites? The Israelis put a hit on him? Oh, please. Just take your hate elsewhere. There's no credence in any of that. You had a man raised in a God-fearing home that got twisted and indoctrinated. And everyone who is involved in lies with subtlety of deception without any fact, you're participating and you've got blood guilt. God operates in truth, not your stupidity. And I'm calling it what it is. You're complicit. That's almost like what's this, a precatory psalm?
I mean, that clip is absolute insanity. But I would like to answer a question for Pastor McCoy. Why did we not scour the roof? Why did they not work with the UVU campus police? I don't know. President Trump was pow-powed. RFK was pow-powed. Those of you who are saying this foreign nation put a hit out on Charlie Kirk, how would you even know if that's true or not? Do you know every single person in that foreign nation's government? No. So you actually don't know if it's true or not. You can say that you don't believe it's true, but how are you able to completely rule that out? How would you know? But I actually have an answer for you. Would you like to know why they didn't use drones? Did they work with the campus police? Did they actually scour the roofs, that being the campus police or the TPUSA security detail? Did any of them actually scour the roof? Let's take a listen from a guy who is close friends with the police and other people on the ground at the campus on the day that all this took place. Let's take a listen to this crazy information that he just dropped.
Bet you didn't see this. Now, truth be told, this part you've probably already seen. It happened yesterday. However, I can guarantee you didn't see the part that follows.
This is bad. This is real bad. Even mainstream media is calling this one of the most secretive trials in history. The judge is making everything secret with gag orders, including the police reports and 3,000 witnesses, associates, or anyone that knew Charlie Kirk. They're saying effectively any talk show host that knew him or talked to him is under gag order.
Sorry, guys. Been sick a couple days and saw this yesterday, but I wanted to verify that it was actually real because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But alas, it's real. Watch this.
There is a substantial amount of discovery in this case, Your Honor. It's voluminous, to say the least.
His lawyers entered their formal appearance and declined to waive his right to a preliminary hearing. Judge Tony Graff has issued a gag order preventing anyone associated with the case from talking about it. It's to avoid pretrial publicity, already a big problem in a case with massive media exposure involving a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk. But the judge wants to ensure a fairer trial for Robinson. It's also brought up a big issue involving thousands of people.
So this is real. Here are the actual gag orders. You can read them right here. Just hold down and screenshot. So after I saw all this stuff about the gag orders, I thought, that's really weird. Because if you remember, I told you that I had a source who was actually on the ground the day that Charlie was shot. Somebody who was in law enforcement. And I basically knew a lot of the things before it ever hit the news. And so that's one of the reasons why I've been so outspoken about this, because it hasn't made any sense at all. Well, I got to thinking, I remember my source telling me something about how they were trying to keep everybody very tight-lipped. And so I went back through our messages and I found this. So on September 27th, my source said, I can't talk about it yet. Admin is on high alert about leaks. Blank advised anyone leaking information about this case would receive heavy reprimand. And I said, I'm convinced this was a hit, dude. This Tyler Patsy thing stinks to high heaven. So everyone is being very tight-lipped. Oh, for sure, bro. Once I got on scene, I could tell something was very wrong. And I was thinking about our conversation. I was thinking about a couple other things he was talking about. And I remembered that one of the things he was also talking about was the fact that he verified with UVU officers at UVU campus, that Charlie's team wouldn't coordinate with them regarding security, which I thought was really weird. Now, I don't know the exact protocol with this. I don't know if this is a normal thing. Is it not weird that the guest security wouldn't coordinate with the officers on campus? Like, is it not weird that they wouldn't coordinate with local officers? Is that just a normal thing? I don't know. But I just thought it was really weird. All the people who have called people like me crazy for saying that there's far more to this than just what they're telling us. It might be time to start considering that maybe you're wrong, because I'll tell you what, if you want to convince people that there's nothing weird going on with this assassination, if you want to convince them that there are no conspiracy theories and that it really is just what you're telling them, you don't put gag orders on every single person that was involved in it, including all 3,000 of the attendees. You just don't do that. But see, that's what's been done. And so, once again, I'll tell you, there's definitely more to this assassination than we think. We just witnessed our modern day JFK. But hey, I'm just a conspiracy theorist, right?
Well, what do you say to that, Pastor McCoy? Why would you be telling them? Why would you not be coordinating with the campus police? Whether that's normal protocol or not, which I would like to think that it's not, you would want to know and work with the police and the protection to better understand how to best protect everybody. Why was there no ambulance there on the? I mean, there's just so many red flags that we don't have to repeat in this video because we've done it in the last 30 videos we've made on this channel about the situation. But some of these new revelations are just too revealing. Candace says that she's not coming back into the 27th, but all of the stuff that's come out since, I still don't think that she's going to come out swinging as it relates to the Erica Kirk narrative or angle. But I do think that she is inching her way there. I do. Regardless of what role that she's playing, she's only going to seem more compromised. I mean, it's going to become more obvious to people like myself that she's compromised if she chooses to ignore all of these red flags. Because even though Candace said what she said in this video, and a lot of people are freaking out about it, here's the truth. If Candace Owens only focuses on that as major of a headline that video in itself is, I'm still going to have an issue if she's not talking about the other people at TPUSA and their weird behavior, including Erica Kirk. I'm not saying Erica Kirk knew. I'm just saying fair criticism got to go around for everybody and their weird roles and their weird behaviors. That's all I'm saying. Hit the like button once again. Hop in the comment section to give me your thoughts. Pray for everybody mentioned in this video. I'm Demetrius. I go by Didi. I'll see most of you in about 2 hours. Peace.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.